Welcome back to Not So Radical. I'm your host, Peter, and today we're talking about Bill Gates and Jeffrey Epstein's friendship. So, MSN here has an article. It came out on May 17th, 2021. Now, try to keep up with the timeline and pay attention to it. So, we're going to start off here. At this time in 2021, there was multiple reports that alleged Melinda had long disapproved of this friendship with Epstein, but there was no confirmed reports, as well as nothing confirmed about it was possibly a source of tension in their marriage. But it is kind of strange that she only got divorce lawyers involved after their friendship became public, which is questionable. But I understand if you're involved with somebody and you don't want to believe certain things or don't want to pretend they're not going on, but they are. But anyways, here's a little excerpt here for you. On January 31st, 2011, Gates and Epstein met in person for the first time at Epstein's New York City townhouse. So that was in 2011. This was less than 2 years after Epstein was released from jail in 2009, where he served 13 months for prostitution of an underage girl. At that time, Epstein had been accused of assault by 36 women and girls, some as young as 14, but only served time for one count of soliciting sex from a minor and one count of soliciting prostitution. Um, I guess that it's disgusting, but I guess that's what money can buy you. But yeah, so less than 2 years after he gets charged with this and serves some time, you're associating yourself with this kind of person. That's questionable in the first place, but why would you associate yourself, or even if it was something business related, why would you? I don't know. That's very questionable and strange. You would approach somebody after something like that happened. But here again, after their 2011 meeting, Epstein wrote to colleagues saying, friends saying Bill's great, in emails obtained by the Times. And so also Gates had also emailed associates about the meeting, commenting on Epstein's charm, intelligence. The Times wrote, Gates wrote, his lifestyle is very different and kind of intriguing, although it would not work for me. So I wonder what lifestyle of Epstein's that Gates was talking about. But I mean, there's mostly only one reason why people associated themselves with Epstein, and we all know, but we're focused on Bill's side of things here. He also mentioned about a very attractive Swedish woman and her daughter that dropped by and ended up staying there quite late. He was referring to former Miss Sweden and her 15-year-old daughter. But yeah, a lot of sources have alleged that Gates met up with Epstein dozens of times after their initial meeting. Now, later down here, he tries to say, or spokespersons for him, try to say that his relationship, friendship with him was nothing, that it was nothing business related, was nothing personal, or many different excuses. But like I said, there was no like real confirmation, except for I believe there's a couple flight logs on Jeffrey Epstein's private jet, as well as other sources like before saying that they've met up and had many meetings together. Now, also, neither Bill Gates at this time nor Melinda Gates have confirmed whether Epstein played any role in the couple's recent decision to split. However, French Gates was reportedly unaware of certain details surrounding Gates and Epstein's interactions that were mentioned in 2019. So I guess maybe some new stuff turned up in 2019 when everything became public and everybody was talking about the flight logs and everything else. So maybe she learned some information. That's why it finally cracked and just, that she had to part ways with him. But also, sources close to her allege that French Gates began insulting divorce lawyers shortly after its publication. But I guess here, finally, she's come out in this little interview on Entertainment Tonight. We'll give it a listen and see what she has to say about the whole Epstein-Bill Gates relationship.
It's not one thing, it was many things. But I did not like that he'd had meetings with Jeffrey Epstein. He was evil personified. I had nightmares about it afterwards.
Melinda French Gates opens up following her and Bill's divorce and the role Jeffrey Epstein played in their split. The power couple revealed last year that they ended their 27-year marriage.
Any of the questions remaining about what Bill's relationship there was, those are for Bill to answer.
That's Melinda sitting down with CBS Morning's Gail.
Now, we probably will never get an answer out of Bill Gates for his real intentions of his relationship or friendship, whatever you want to call it, with Epstein, but there's usually only one reason people were friends with Epstein, and we all know why.
King on Thursday, her first wide-ranging interview since the split announcement in May.
Divorce is a painful process, even when it's what both parties want. It still is a very painful personal decision.
It wasn't one moment or one specific thing that happened. There just came a point in time where there was enough there that I realized it just wasn't healthy and I couldn't trust what we had.
Among those contributing factors, Bill's connection to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein.
I wonder why she couldn't trust what they had when you're associating yourself with a guy like Jeffrey Epstein after information about him was out there publicly about his with underage women, about just assaulting women in general. It's surprising that a man like Bill Gates in the first place, but after recent things he said in the news, aside from all this, I don't know, I think we're starting to see a little bit more of underneath who Bill Gates really is. But that's gonna be it for this video. Let me know below what you think about this whole situation. If you've heard anything, or if you know anything different, or if you come across any information, feel free to message me. I'm definitely curious about more about this situation. But everybody, take it easy and stay safe out there.